Judy, you and me need to work on our communication skills.
Yes, I guess.
All right, because I was under the impression that even though you had stuff going on last week, we were still going to do the show. And then as soon as one little thing changes, you're like, nope, not doing it, can't do it, nope. But I still thought we were doing the show.
Actually, EP, when you're listening to this, on the calendar it says I can't record.
See, this is what I'm saying. Look, you're already doing it. I said you and I have communication issues, and you're already third partying it. What the hell?
Then what was the point of me doing the calendar?
I never told you the calendar. I don't know what the point was. You asking the wrong person.
We got to bring EP into this later on because she is EP for a reason. He handles our schedules, okay?
That's fair. That's fair. Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. Also check us out TikTok, Twix, Instagram. We posted on Instagram yet, Judy?
We have.
All right, just go follow us on Instagram. The stuff will show up eventually, right?
Yeah.
And then if you are an audio platform person, as always, just look up A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. No matter how you ingest the show, please remember to like, share, subscribe. And the biggest one of those three, I always say it every week, is to share, right? We are small. How do you go from small to big? Well, you have to get out there with the people. And we can't get out there if you don't help us. I mean, we probably could, but we would appreciate the help, right? So wherever you are, remember, if you're walking in a crowd, if you're driving your car, my mom said she does this all the time. She'll just stop her car. She'll roll down her windows, just listen to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan, right? And then she just drives off, and it's no problem. She doesn't have to explain anything. She just is living her best life. And now, a couple more people know about this podcast that we have going on. So please, and then if you're at work, this is my personal favorite, okay? All staff email. Listen to A Conversation, Judy and Ryan. In the subject line, hit send. Watch as you climb the corporate ladder.
Climb that ladder.
All right, Judy. Please. I feel like, okay, I might have been a little aggressive with you at the beginning. Oh, I think Judy and Keith are doing some weird feet stuff, so she might get distracted during the show.
Anyway.
But I will say, I feel like I might have come at you a little hard in the pre-show element, because I've been having some feelings about this country lately. Mm-hmm. And the feeling that I'm having is that the American dream is dead.
Okay.
So the way I always thought of the American dream, it was, not only was it like if you live somewhere else, you could move there, make something of yourself. Everyone was equal. But it was also, if you were born here, all you had to do, you go to school, you get your college degree, you work hard, and you will be able to afford a home and take care of your family.
Right.
Right? Yes. And that does not seem to be the life that we are living in right now. And the reason I say that, I went and did some calculations. And I know how I am with the calculations, so I double and triple checked everything. Okay,
are you sure about that?
Yes, we're sure.
Will I need to check these numbers also?
I don't think so, but feel free. Anyone wants to fact check me, I'm down for the fact check, okay?
Okay.
So,
okay.
one of those things that I said, buying a home. And I do think that if you have a good enough job, you'll be able to afford a home, right? We'll get into that a little bit later. But one of the things, buying a home. In Nevada, the state that I live in, the average cost of a home, $458,000.
$458,000 is the
That's
median
the average
home?
Cost.
That's ridiculous. Okay.
So if we finance that at 7%, the entire $458,000, you're looking at a monthly mortgage payment of about $3,200 a month.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, but that's not what your actual monthly payment would be, because most likely you're also financing your taxes, your fees, and your insurance. So in actuality, to finance that would be $3,991.
Okay.
Okay? So I don't know about you. I don't know many people that could afford a $4,000 a month house note. So, okay, let's say you're going to do what you're supposed to do and have a down payment. And what do we say that the down payment should be? What do they generally say?
20K.
20%.
20%.
20K, I wish. 20%. So of that 458 grand, 20% is approximately $91,680. So essentially, I need to save $100,000 to be able to finance a home, which would then give me a monthly mortgage payment, all in taxes and fees, of that original $3,200. So all I need to do is pay $100 grand to be able to have a $3,200 mortgage payment.
Right.
Which is still $1,200 more than I have to pay in rent. Now I get it. It's a bigger property. It's more space. It's all that stuff. I'm not saying it shouldn't be more than paying for an apartment. What I am saying is if I am having trouble saving while living in an apartment, how do I ever plan to be able to buy a home? Especially, and I'm not even saying buying a home in like a very super nice part of town. Like, I'll go in the middle of town, you know, but I don't want to have to skimp and go into the bad part of town just to be able to afford a home. Because then guess what? Then you're getting broken into, you're not feeling safe. It's all these things. And I get it that, you know, you have to give and take where you can, but still, I shouldn't have to sacrifice my safety or the feeling of my safety just to be able to have this quote unquote American dream.
Yeah.
So this now goes into our political atmosphere. And we have two guys in Biden and Trump that are vying to be the president of the United States. And their job, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Their job is to make Americans' lives better. Right? So let's just go over what the issues that they're running off of. Now, to be as brief as possible, I took out all the social stuff because at the end of the day, it also doesn't really factor into what I'm saying, right? So all the social, women's bodies, LGBTQ plus, all those kind of things, I stepped aside. So with Biden, his big things that he's running on are a reduction in fossil fuels and more renewable energy and healthcare. Trump, on the other hand, runs on tax cuts and tariffs. So if we just look at the stuff that Biden's doing, he wants to, he wants to change how we use energy and go more to a renewable source, right? Well, how is that not going to cost Americans tons of money? In the very least, at the retrofitting of everything. Forget the fact that everything we have is run on those things, and if we were going to try and change anything, it would be massively expensive, right? But how is it possible to then change everyone's lives at the same time? So that doesn't make my life better in the short term. I understand in the long term, it could. But at the same time, that's like telling a fat person, well, you just need to run more so you can live longer. Yeah, in the long term, that's great. But in the short term, I'm going to be huffing and fucking puffing, won't I? All right, next, healthcare. I really do appreciate that they are trying to make health care more universal. But what we got right now ain't it. Okay? Because I don't know about y'all. I'm on Obamacare because my job doesn't offer health benefits, right? So if you look at what you get with Obamacare or the Affordable Health Care Act, because people think of Obamacare as a fucking bad thing to say. But if you look at that, all right, cool. You got like a $50 copay to go to the quick care, go to your general physician. what the fuck happens if you have anything else going on? If you have any kind of detrimental illness that consists of more than just going to the quick care, you're going to have to pay an extra high copay or extra high fee for the specialist that you see. You're going to have to pay an exorbitant amount for the surgeries that you get. God forbid you got to spend some time in a hospital. Oh, God. Right? I've seen people with $10,000 deductibles based on having to go to the hospital. Now, I get it. Going to a hospital can be very expensive, but the fact that you need to have a $10,000 deductible and then finance the deductible to be able to go to the hospital, this is not helping anyone. So let's go to the other side of the coin, okay? Trump. Okay. Tax cuts. I think it's awesome that taxes are going to get cut. Oh, except for the fact that he only cuts them for, I don't even want to say the super rich. Some people would say that, but let's just say anyone who makes more than $10 million a year. Those are the people who are getting tax cuts. That would be great, except for the fact that it is now 100% proven trickle-down economics don't work, because that's the thought process with all this. We're going to give tax cuts to the rich, and they will spend more, and it will go out to the poor. But then when you look at this right here, this chart that we have at TABPOD, you will see that of the $156 trillion in U.S. assets, 50% of it is owned by baby boomers. That is a single generation, and 56% of them have the wealth. Now, you could say, oh, Ryan, there were so many of them born. That's why so what? It should not be that of 4 generations that we're looking at, with the silent generation, which predates boomers, the baby boomers, the millennials, and then Gen X. I think actually Gen X predates the millennials. No,
Gen X, yeah.
But of those 4, half of it is going to baby boomers. Half of it is going to people that honestly should be retired already.
Exactly.
So, trickle-down economics doesn't work. And the other thing that he's big on is tariffs on goods that are coming into this country. And his whole thing, well, we'll tariff them, and they won't charge more money because they just won't, which is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard, okay? You can't go to a goddamn 7-Eleven without paying more for an Arizona iced tea, even though they haven't raised the price of the Arizona iced teas from the manufacturer. So you're expecting me to believe that in the country I live in, they will consistently raise prices even if the cost of that good hasn't gone up. But another country is just going to be like, oh, we're just going to take this one up the ass. Come on. No, it's simple. Oh, you're going to charge me 10% more in tariffs? Cool. The price of my product just went up 12%. That's how capitalism in this economic stance works. Sorry to tell you. Now, the other thing they both run off of, jobs. They both say, oh, I've created more jobs than anyone. It wasn't him, it was me. Fine. You know what? Let's just split the difference and say that they both have created more jobs than any other president in national history. Okay? Remember what we were talking about with the houses? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, they've created so many jobs. Let's say those jobs were $100,000 a year paying jobs. Okay. They ain't. Okay. They are not. But let's go to fucking fantasy land and think that they are. Okay. If you're making $100,000 a year, do you know how much of a house you can finance by the numbers?
No, just tell me.
$370,000. So even if I make $100,000 with all these fucking fantasy jobs that are being created, I still can't afford a fucking house in my goddamn state. It's still $90,000 away from where I might be able to afford a home making $100,000 a year. So please tell me, someone tell me, how anything regarding our American dream is still factual, is still alive. Because when I'm looking at it, it's fucking dead. I think that I've been yelling so much that I scared Judy, and she's not going to talk anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very you're very hyped. I mean,
I'm very angry about this.
You need to catch your breath.
I'm so, you know what? Because I hear all this back and forth. Like, I do so much great shit, and I do so much great shit. Meanwhile, people can't afford to live. People can't afford to thrive. The only way that most people feel that they'll be able to afford a fucking home, and it isn't just in Nevada. It's just what I relate to. But the only way people feel like they'll be able to afford a home is by winning the lottery. So now the American dream has become, oh, I hope this scratcher pays off. Come on. And you know what? Sorry, go ahead, Judy.
No, I was just going to say, it is not really the American dream anymore for a majority of the people. Like, it's just reality now.
And the other thing I want to say, just because we're in the political climate right now, I want a new law that says no political advertising until fucking August or October. If you're not allowed to have a sign in your yard until then, I shouldn't have to have not every other, but every time I go to a commercial break, whether it's on TV, YouTube, Twix, whatever, is seeing a political ad campaign for somebody. And it's not always like, you know, the presidential one, because I swear to God, this Congress race in Nevada, the amount of ads that I have seen for the Congress race going on are mind-bogglingly high. It's one or the other every single time. And I'm done. I don't want to vote for either of these motherfuckers at this point, because guess what? The other part of the campaigns that I would change, no negativity about your opponent. Because all they do is say, well, this person sucks and that person sucks and this sucks because of sucking and sucking sucks. And now everything just sucks. I don't trust either of these people. So. Yeah. All right. Speaking of capitalism.
Right, I know.
Speaking of capitalism.
What a great segue.
Prime Day's happening right now. I've seen some deals that I was a fan of, you know. I mean,
Did you pick up
if I wasn't trying to save right now, because there are things that I had on my wish list. If I wasn't trying to save money, I would have definitely bought them. But, you know, I have to save up $91,000 to maybe buy a home someday. Oh, maybe. Except for the fact that I don't, even as a household, I don't make $100,000. So really the highest amount that I could finance is probably somewhere around $280,000. So maybe the $100,000 I can save up and I'll be able to finance half my house. But until then, can't do anything on Amazon Prime. Have you been doing the Amazon Prime Day stuff?
I have. And I mean, let me tell you. So initially, I told myself at the beginning of July, you know what? It's going to be a no-buy month on Amazon. Surprise, bitch.
Really?
Amazon Prime Day week. And Prime Day this month. I go, damn it, I forgot. I was like, oh, well, guess I'm going to go back to buying my shit on Amazon right now.
That was a bold move to try and say no Prime during Prime Day month.
I forgot that it's Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So I was like, we're moving that to August after we already spent all this money. Okay. So I was just looking at it, and I had on my wish list a walking pad for inside the house.
A walking pad?
Just it's a treadmill, but not like that intense.
Oh, a mini treadmill. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
we'll call it
because it's too hot outside of your frosty 72-degree home, so you need to be able to walk on the inside.
Let me just say, it was like 100+ degrees out here last week. We were dying. All right.
Shut up, okay? It's averaging 120 out here, okay?
Yeah, we can't talk about your weather. Y'all's ridiculous. Y'all made like the record high or something.
That's what I would run on if I was running for Congress. I'd be like, I'm going to lower the temperature 10 degrees. We're bringing ice in from Alaska, but we're going to lower the temperature.
Okay, back to this walking pad. So I looked at my wish list and it's like, oh, your walking pad is, a Prime deal. And on the thing, it says it's 92% off because supposedly the original price was $2,000. I was telling Keith, I go, when the fuck was this walking pad ever $2,000? Because I know for sure it was never $2,000 when I put it on my wish list. It was only, I swear to y'all, it was probably, I think it was like $200 at most, like it's ever been. And right now it's a Prime deal and it's like $169. But they say it's 92% off because the original price was $2,000, but it never was. Why would you lie like that?
I mean,
y'all scamming us.
So look, I don't like having to be the champion of big retail, okay? But I do know that Prime be doing a lot of sales on stuff. So maybe it was $2,000, but when you originally saw it, it was like $250 on sale. Is that possible? No, it's not possible. Okay.
No, the original price was $199.
Oh God.
100%, I will stand by this, that the original price was $199. Like, yeah, cool, it's $30 off right now because of the Prime sale, but don't say that it's 92% off because you're using a $2,000 price tag when it never was.
Judy, we live in America. America is the king of overselling whatever it's selling, okay? We just talked about it for 20 minutes. The American dream.
Exactly.
You know, the American dream is being able to buy a fucking walking pad for 92% off. So live the dream.
Like, yeah, I'm saving so much because it's 92% off. 92% off. Like, who be playing here, Amazon? Why you do this?
Oh, I mean, you know why they do it. You know why they do it. They do it so that people like yourself who don't have it saved in their cart are like, oh my God, $2,000?
And we're getting it for $170. Hell yeah! Add it to my card.
They might as well. They're basically giving it away. I can't not get it at that price.
Exactly. So ridiculous. I was like, really, Amazon Prime? Like, and there's other items like that. I'm like, I know this was originally priced already the same price that you're putting it as a Amazon Prime deal. That's
the one thing I will say is that Prime, I've just seen, it's a lot of the same stuff that's already on sale, just going on sale again at maybe like a 5% lower amount. Right. You know, because like, I drink the G Fuel. And I get my G Fuel from Amazon. And there's one flavor that I am never going to try because raspberry lemonade doesn't sound enticing to me. But I swear to God, if they don't be trying to pimp that raspberry lemonade flavor to me, guess what went on Prime? Raspberry lemonade G Fuel. And I was like, oh, maybe the other flavors are on sale. Nope. Just that one.
Just that one. Or just that one color, not the other ones. You can only get the black one and not the white one. Like, this is what I don't understand.
God, it's so, yeah. Honestly, they should stop calling it Prime Day and just call it clearance. Like, these are the things we need to get rid of, okay?
We have an overstock of these.
We've had this raspberry lemonade G Fuel sitting on our shelves for a year. We have to clear the space.
Ew.
Oh, all right.
Gross.
So last week we took off and you were busy. You were traveling. You had friends in town after you got done traveling.
So busy. Yes. Whew.
And I want to know, so you said something on your vacation, right? We have a very special edition of Judy Gets the Ick. It's a vacation edition. What gave you the ick on your vacation?
No, it wasn't on my vacation. It's someone else's vacation.
Just play along. They don't fucking know where you were.
Let me just tell you.
Play along. Okay, you were on vacation. You got the ick. Fucking play along.
Okay, so here I am just minding my business scrolling on Instagram, right?
While you were on vacation.
While I was on vacation, yes. It's so great not being at home. I was at home. Vacationing, staycation. That's what we were doing here. Anyways, minding my business scrolling on Instagram, and I see my aunt posting like reels and stuff. And her caption said, Vacay 2024 part 25. And I go, did this lady really post 25 videos, like 24 prior videos of her vacation? And she sure as hell did.
What? And that's on her stories?
No, it's on like her actual posts.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. And I go, why would she do this? And she's not done. That was like part 25 was when I saw it. I think she's like on part 40 right now. Like, I'm not even joking. I go, and she's I think she's a Gen X. So she's before the millennial. She's like a few years older than the millennial.
She's our older brothers, older sisters, right?
Yeah, and I go, why? Like, is your life really that boring right now that you have to post 25 reels of your vacation with your family? Like, I don't know, that's a little excessive to me.
Well, yeah, when I hear that, that to me is the stereotype of what like older people say about younger people who are always on their phone. Like, you're not living because you're always doing it for the internet or what. Like, yeah, how can you be enjoying your vacation if every moment of it
you have your phone out, like,
you have your phone out, and then forget that because the phone aspect takes 2 minutes, if that, of whatever you're doing. If you're at dinner, you snap a pic, whatever. The thing that takes time is the posting of it, because then you have to
editing it.
Right, you edit it, and then you have your little hashtags and your little explanation of what's going on. You have to put part 25 of 472. Like, that's to me where it's like you're not. How are you capable of enjoying what you're doing if you're spending that much time on it? And it's one thing if this was her job, but this ain't her. She's not like a social media person, is she?
No.
No, exactly. Oh, man. I mean, was she at least going somewhere cool? Did she go somewhere cool?
Virginia.
What the fuck? How's there 24 things to post about Virginia?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Well, you got like Myrtle Beach, and I'm sure you got a coal mine somewhere.
Myrtle Beach is in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Let me see real quick.
Isn't it?
I thought it was in Virginia, but what the? I don't know geography.
I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure I mentioned to Keith I wanted to go to like one of the Carolinas, and he.
Oh yeah, Myrtle Beach is in South Carolina. Okay, so then hold on.
Well, there's Virginia Beach.
Oh yeah, where everybody likes to go.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, that was her whole trip. Is her with her family for 25 videos of hanging out in Virginia.
Fuck, man. I just realized that I've only ever wanted to go to Virginia from Myrtle Beach, and now that's not. I have no reason to ever go to Virginia now. Like, I was this many years old when I found out that I am never wanting to go to Virginia for any reason. Someone's probably like, "Oh, they got a really good college basketball team, so I can watch them on TV."
True.
God damn. See, this is what happens to me, though. I finally had good numbers with my maths, and now I can't do any geography.
Back to geography, yeah.
I can't. This damn Nevada school system, man. It'll help you one place and fuck you in another. I don't know. Oh, God.
Oh, man. Yeah,
okay, so she went to Virginia. Like, okay, what else was she doing though? Like, because did you see any of her posts?
I saw there was like, I guess one of her nieces graduated high school, so she had pictures of that. But
that's what she chose to do on her vacation, is go to a goddamn high school graduation. This is giving me the ick. Not even because of the posting now. It's just, this sounds like the worst fucking vacation. Like, this sounds like someone said, "I will give you money if you go on this terrible trip, and we're gonna film the whole thing for a reality show." Except she is the reality show. Posted everything on Facebook.
Yes.
Is that? Oh, this is on Instagram though, right?
Instagram, yeah.
Which is owned by Facebook. Same thing.
Same thing.
Oh, God. Oh, that's so depressing.
Yeah. And she lives in I think she lives in South Dakota or something.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
This might be
yeah, no, going to Virginia for her is on the come up, okay? That's that's the one thing I do have to remember. Like, at the end of the day, at least I live in Las Vegas. You know, I can't afford anything, and I can't really do anything because I can't afford it. But at least I don't have to say that I live in South Dakota and I'm vacationing in Virginia. Oh, all right. Okay, where's my phone?
Oh, man.
Oh, okay. It's time for Am I Overreacting? Why did I say it like that? Because I'm stalling for time while I pull up the picture. Okay, we're good now.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. All right. Am I overreacting about my wife fantasizing about this Wade Wilson killer?
Oh, killer.
Now, for anyone wondering, this is not Deadpool.
Not Ryan Reynolds, because
it's not Ryan Reynolds. Okay,
why you would fantasize about?
Yes, this guy's name is Wade Wilson, and you know what? Here, let me show pictures real quick so that we can all understand what this man is this man's wife is fantasizing about. Right? So I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Other than the face tattoos, which there are aplenty. He's a decent looking dude. Right?
Yeah, in the other picture when he has no face tattoos. Okay.
Right? So
okay,
I can understand.
Okay, cute.
I can understand why someone might find him attractive pre-tattoos. And if you're into the tattoo thing or you're into the bad boy thing, okay, maybe I can understand post-tattoos, right? But let's hear what this husband had to say about his wife. My 29 male wife, 28 female, has been obsessing over this killer Wade Wilson for the past 2 days. He apparently killed 2 women. I think he strangled one and ran off. I think he strangled one and ran over another one until she turned into spaghetti. I get home from work and she tells me all about this and about how women think he's so hot and how she's been down this rabbit hole all day. Later, we're relaxing. I'm watching TV and she's on her phone. She says she's going to go check on the kids. It takes her 15 minutes to check on the kids. Not normal since they're older. She comes back and sits down. I'm like, everything okay? That took a long time. She says, no, or she says, yeah, with no explanation. I start rubbing her leg and I feel that she's wet, like extremely wet. I ask why. She says, oh, it's natural. It happens. I know her. She doesn't just randomly get extremely wet. Flag goes up for me. I go to our room and see her vibrator out of its normal place. Kind of shocked at this point, but I don't confront her. It's bedtime now, and I flip over to see her watching and looking at pictures of Wade Wilson. So am I overreacting about this? I'm kind of disturbed, hurt, and pissed off because she's lying and fantasizing over this dude. For some reason, her watching porn would not make me feel this way. At least porn is sexual acts that are meant to turn you on, not an attractive serial killer. For her to fantasize over this one disturbing guy feels so wrong. Am I overreacting? So
I want to hear your thoughts first.
Honestly, I get why he's upset, but I feel like he's a tad overreacting. Okay? Because to me, this is like, don't get me wrong. I think it's weird that she's fantasizing over a murderer in any regard, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But people have kinks, man. People have weird kinks. Judy likes things with feet, like all the time. And if you're not doing stuff with feet, she feels like you're wasting time that was primed for feet. So your wife just kind of like she likes weird stuff, man. And look, it'd be one thing if this was somebody who was in your vicinity, like not a super famous because he's on trial murderer, but like Jim down at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
right?
like she sees him all the time at the gym type thing.
Right. If that was the case, then I'd be like, bro, you need to. Oof.
Yeah.
But we all have sometimes I found myself seeing a goth girl with face tattoos in some porn. But the way that she is going to town and giving that beach makes me get real excited. So that's what I'm attracted to at that point. Doesn't mean that every time I go out, I'm be like, oh, face tattoo. I need that in my life. But it does mean that there are times when that excites me. Now, what I will say is that she probably also didn't tell you because of how you're overreacting now. She could probably pick up on the fact that she finds him attractive and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So if she says, yeah, I went and spanked it real quick to Wade Wilson's picture, you gonna be happy about that? You gonna give her a good time? You're like, oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm glad you did that, honey. No.
Yeah. No.
You're gonna go fucking nuts. What do you think?
Let's be real here. This is not the first time women have lusted over some attractive inmate or, like, there's plenty of instances where this has happened. Like, you're not any different, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that your wife somehow finds this man attractive, but, like, he's definitely overreacting. You're definitely, like, what's the phrase? You're yucking her yum, okay?
Oh God!
You're yucking her yum right now.
Oh, that just yucked my yum. Okay, hearing that phrase. Oh.
And so that's just, you're overreacting. And I'm sure he has lusted over some random Instagram model he probably saw or
Bro, I didn't even think of that.
Girl. Like, let's not do this whole double standard. Like, just because you caught your wife.
You caught your wife.
You caught her.
You caught her looking at a cake.
Times,
you caught her looking at a cake and you were like, anything. What?
Yeah.
I'm into a lot of weird stuff. Okay. I'm not even going to mention the weird stuff I'm into, but it's weird enough that if you looked at my phone and you saw it, you'd be like, that's what you get down with? And be like, sometimes. Okay. But I keep.
We're not going to yuck your yum.
Now, what I will say is if this becomes a habit also, where it's not just so much of a kink, but the kink, right? And all she's ever doing is looking at pictures of guys like this, guys with face tattoos who are obviously jobless and living off of whoever they're going to kill next, then yeah, you might have a problem because obviously she's saying that she is attracted to this thing way more than just like having some dirty fantasies. Yeah. However, yeah, he's got a cool name. He's got cool tattoos. He looks like, you know who he reminds me of actually? And this is gonna 1,000% explain why so many women find him attractive.
Who does he remind you of?
He looks like fucking Jared Leto in the Suicide Squad movie. Jared Leto, who played the Joker.
I know. Okay.
He had tats all over his face, short hairdo, smiling all the time. Like, I'm not saying it's 1-to-1. I'm saying that is the exact look that they were going after in that movie. And they're both handsome white guys. Maybe, I don't know. He might be some other thing, but I'm going to say he's white because who else could get away with this, right? They're both handsome white guys. That's what they were going for. She's just attracted to Jared Leto. Who isn't attracted to Jared Leto? I had a week where I was attracted to him.
Yeah. I think we all had like some week. You said a week.
Some week.
I guess.
We all have had a week where we were attracted to Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Oh. So, I mean, I could go on and on about this, but honestly, at the end of the day, it's just like you need to just relax and talk to your wife, and then maybe she'll be able to talk to you about it and be like, I don't want you to freak out, but he's
just like the flavor of the week. Honestly.
Exactly.
He's brand new because he's on trial, and she just saw his face. Like, oh.
Now, what I will say that I thought was very funny about this post, that he found out that she was she was fooling around, let's say, because her vibrator was in the wrong place. That just like you
Like, was it on their bed? Like, where did he find it?
But it's just funny to me that post nut fogginess hits everyone the same. Because with guys, it's usually like we have our phone or whatever, right? And so that post nut comes in and we close the phone out. We just forget.
Yeah.
And then later on, your girl's like, let me see your phone. I need to look something up. Whose ass is this? Right? So it's the same thing. She was like, and then I was like, I got to get back out there. Shit. And just left her vibrator somewhere. I also wish he had confronted her right then and there and be like, no one gets extremely wet for no reason. Liar. If you had done that, my friend, you would be goated. You would be goated. Plus, then your wife probably would have been like, yeah, I can't help it. I'm super horny. And then you pull your dick out and you're like, well, do something about it. See, this is what guys also don't understand. Use the kink. Use the kink that they're feeling for your advantage. Because she can't fuck Wade Wilson, but she could fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, call me Wade while you're riding me like a stallion. I don't care.
Just have his face on like the TV behind her.
I'll draw a face and put it right here. Like, yeah. Okay, that's how.
Print out a picture of him.
All right, God, that's how you have the best sex of your life. Okay, she will be bucking so hard. Oh, all right, that does it for the first half of a conversation with Judy and Ryan. When we come back, we have a guest joining us. Hopefully, I don't know, because she hasn't logged in yet. But we have a guest joining us, a friend of mine from way back when, back in my radio days, and I even went to college with this girl, Sylvia. Sylvia. I don't know her last name now that I'm thinking about it. She got married. It used to be Alvarado. I don't know if she changed it. So Sylvia will be joining us. And yeah, more funny ha-has coming up right here on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Woo! I almost did it again. I almost said bye. We need to stop taking breaks, man. I forget. Welcome back to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan, right here on YouTube at TABPOD. Oh, man, there's going to be a blooper reel cut from this one. Guys, normally I go into the whole thing about like, share, subscribe. Look, at TABPOD, wherever you want to see us. If you want to listen, A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. And then please just, wherever you are, forget the email. Just yell, listen to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Just do that one time, okay? That's all I ask. I don't ask much. Just do one time. Don't explain it. Just walk away. People will do the work, hopefully. All right. I have someone we have someone on the show today that I would consider one of my oldest friends at this point. Mm-hmm. Not that she's old, because she's younger than I am, and I'm 38-ish for the rest of my life. But I've known her. I actually met her when I was going to community college way back in the day, when I was trying to become a young media personality, when I was fresh-faced and fluffy-tailed until the entire... Yes, I had the afro. Okay, now I just have long hair, but then I had an afro.
Yeah,
and
it's a luscious afro.
And... Don't make me smile. I'm trying to talk. And yeah, she is honestly one of my favorite people. She annoys me like a little sister a lot, but she's still one of my favorite people. I'm so happy to have her on. Sylvia, I have a question because I didn't know this going into the break. What is your last name?
Alvarado.
Oh, it is Alvarado still. Okay.
I haven't legally changed it. I got married in October 28th. And I was going to hyphenate it, so it's going to be Alvarado Wagner. I just haven't gotten around to it.
It's okay, girl. I haven't changed my name either. So, 2 years going, it's all right.
I've heard it's such a pain in the ass.
So I will tell you this. Had you done it at the time of marriage, it's actually simple. But since you waited and did... Huh?
Why don't you tell me?
Because you didn't invite me to the wedding. I'm not going to give you advice.
You didn't invite me to yours.
Exactly. Look, I said we're friends like you're my sister, not like, okay.
Like this.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I don't remember getting any invites to a birthday party ever, so.
No, I don't
No. But from the way that I understand it, because this happened because when I got married, my ex-wife didn't change her name originally because since we were going out of the country, she needed to have the same last name that was on her birth certificate or on her passport 6 months prior to leaving. Sure. So like, I guess if you do it at the time that you fill out your marriage certificate or license or something like that, it just it's a much smoother process. But doing it after the fact, yeah, it makes your camera is weirding me out. It just zoom in and zoom out. If anyone's watching on our YouTube channel at TBPOD, tell me, is this weirding you out too?
No, I think it's cool.
I think it's like you have a stalker in your room. Oh.
I don't know.
It's like, wait, you're too far. Now I have to come closer. Like,
yeah. Sylvia, tell the people about you. Who are you? What do you do? Why should we care about you?
One, because you know me. So
They don't know you?
Well, no, you know me.
Oh, so they should care about you because I know you. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
That's gonna bump me up.
Okay, they don't. She doesn't know our audience.
I've been in radio for 15 years, coming up on 15 years. I currently am a midday host over at a local rock station called 92.3. Been doing that for 15 years. We don't count the 2.5 years I was gone to work at the competition. But I'm on air, I do music director, and I'm also promotions director for the rock station.
I didn't know you were a music director now. That's cool.
Fancy schmancy.
Oh yeah, I got that a year ago.
For anyone who's curious, music director, what that means is she actually puts all the songs into the radio and chooses. Yeah. So if you're ever wondering why they're only playing the same 3 songs every hour, just call Sylvia and be like, what the fuck, bro?
No, you call the program
good
director.
to know.
No, call the program director?
She said, no, not me.
Because do they dictate what songs you're allowed and then you just put them in order?
No, what I've learned for the past year, it's like a whole kind of science. And, we do, I guess, surveys and research of like what songs people really like and what songs they don't like. So we kind of just go based on that.
I know that I'm not saying that you guys don't do all that. I don't believe that it's actually a science. I think that there's these songs and we're going to keep playing these songs until I don't want to play these songs anymore.
No, when I say it's a science, it's like I'm looking at songs, and it sounds kind of weird, but I'm looking at songs more than just a song. So it's like, how is it looking?
You're looking at the body and the soul of that song. You're seeing who that song wants to be in its deep down depths.
No, man. Sometimes these songs, I'm like, oh my god, why? No, it's just seeing it and like how it's placed on the charts and how other radio stations are playing it. Not even like the Las Vegas market, but other markets around the country. So,
right. No, and I get that. Just in my opinion, now I've never gotten to that level. I've just been around it, right? So your opinion on it is much more valid than mine. But in my opinion, it's just we're going to play these songs that we think are popular, and we're just trying to get people to the ads. We don't really care if they actually listen to the music or not. We just want them to try and maybe be around for the ads. And that's all that really matters.
I mean, you could say that too. But it's being in the position, it's more like we want people to listen to the music as well.
Well, yeah, obviously you want people to listen to the music. Otherwise, what's the point of the radio station?
What's the point of having us here?
Yeah, like, well.
No, I get that. Also,
the morning talk show radio questions, Ryan. That's why they really want to listen to it.
I missed that part. I'm sorry.
I said they want to hear the morning radio show questions that
don't get me started
so much.
Don't get me started, okay? So, Sylvia, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, but like one of the taboo things on this show is to talk about morning radio because I have such a bad taste in my mouth from my time doing morning radio. Although I will say you have forever given me, I won't say who I was working with, but the way that you described this person's haircut of just an ice cream scoop of swirl, that has forever been seared into my brain. And I've even gone a step further because now whenever I see a picture of this person, because they're still on the air, whenever I see a picture of this person, I think of like an anime villain, because who the fuck else has that hairstyle other than a villain in an anime?
It's a perfect swirl. It really is.
Oh, yeah. So people have said to me on this show a couple of times as a compliment, oh my God, this is like a morning radio show. And I have flipped my shit so fast.
So fast.
You haven't worked through that?
Huh? I haven't worked. Yeah, this is how I work through it. Yeah. Okay. Like, look, until I'm above them, why would I ever let it go? I'm bitter. Okay? I have not proven how fucking wrong they were for doing me like that. I'm gonna be bitter.
And then you know what? Do it.
Okay.
Okay, so
well, I mean, yeah, if it's that simple, if I could convince her that I can be bitter just off of that, cool. I mean, we're halfway there. Let's go.
now what's the difference between like the morning show and an afternoon show? Isn't it all just a show to begin with, but do you talk about different things or?
So I do middays, and a morning show is just a different animal. There's just so many moving parts, and Ryan can probably attest to that as well. But there's like a lot of moving parts. I mean, you have the producer, you have probably 3 people sometimes on the same show, whereas what I do is I usually give local news, music news, something stupid that happened during my day or my life, or some stupid news that I found on the internet. So what I normally do is I kind of like focus more on the music side of stuff too.
Okay.
So I would say the difference is the amount of time allotted to the host, right? So on a morning show, it's kind of inverted, in which, let's say, of all the time that you have outside of commercials, which are the real important part, okay? We've established that that's the important part. But you have, let's say, it's 80-20 of talking to music, right? For the rest of the day, if they don't have any other specified talk shows, and I say that because there are stations, not so much in Vegas where we live, but like in Seattle or in other parts of the country. Washington used to do this. They do talk shows for your midday, which in my opinion is actually smarter in the world that we live in today, because with this social media dominated news cycle that we have, stuff is happening so fast. It makes more sense to talk about it in the middle of the day while it's actually happening than waiting until the very next morning to talk about it, because motherfuckers don't talk around water coolers anymore. It's not something that's part of our sphere of living. No, I'm not okay.
Our sphere of living, okay.
But you know, usually I say let me cook. I'm not cooking on this one. I'm just trying to get from A to B. But real quick, that's what I'm saying. The difference is just the 80-20 split of talking to music reverses if it's not a talk show, where it's now honestly probably 90% music and 10% talking for, you know, your regular hosts.
Yeah, and there was a radio station here that did more talk than music, and it's a rock station, it's a music station. That didn't really translate well to the Vegas audience. Well,
yeah, but that's the issue, is that you have a branded type of station, right? Yeah. And it'd be one thing if they were rebranding and they went more talk, less music, right? Because now you're not branding yourself as a music station, you're branding yourself as a talk station that does music. But also, they
have the identity, and so it's like, well, what's going on? And there was like a talk show, like, so there was actually no, I'm lying. There was one person in the middays, but then there was a whole show in the afternoons, and then there was like one of those night shows that's like Sex Talk or something in the night.
Loveline?
Loveline.
Was it Loveline with Dr. Drew?
I think it was.
Ah!
I think it was. But they did.
God, man.
So.
Dr. Drew, 80 years old, still doing sex talk. Good for him. I wonder how he would feel about the Wade Wilson kink.
Oh.
So, Sylvia, have you heard about the Wade Wilson killer?
No.
Okay, we were just doing an Am I Overreacting about this. Here, I'll see if I can I pull it? Oh, yeah. See this guy? He murdered two women, right? He murdered two. Oh, that's not good. I got to fix that. There we go. He murdered two women, and we just did an Am I Overreacting about this wife who was basically, busting one out to pictures of this guy and then lying to her husband about busting it out. See, that's how Sylvia, so she works at a rock station, but in my opinion, she has a very, I don't want to say guarded, but non-adventurous sex life.
What?
Oh, you don't know that. Two. I don't know. I feel like there's, morale. You're not gonna. I don't know.
All right, no, you're right. I don't know anything about your sex life, but in talking to you over the years, you seem to like things the way they're supposed to go, for lack of a better term. I'm not trying to blow all your stuff out there, man. I'm not trying to do that.
It really sounds like you are.
Where are you going with this?
I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way. If the way that I've described all of my kinks and all of my likes and everything is like our background right now. It's splashes of color and swaths of everything, right? Sylvia's more black and white.
No, we've never gone in this. We've never had this conversation.
You're right, but the conversations that have led up to it, you're like, no. So that's why I feel. That's why I feel like it's black and white.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know about you.
I'm not telling you about me. I'm asking about you.
I kind of get what you're going at now.
She's like, let's move on from this.
Judy likes feet.
I do not stop telling people I like feet, Ryan.
You're the one. You're the one who was talking about a foot on your face, okay?
Not a foot on my face. What?
Oh, you be putting your feet on other people's faces?
What?
Dude, you can get banged.
Yeah, see, you should sell feet
what?
pics.
You can make
I
banged.
know. I thought about it.
So, question, Sylvia, would you sell feet pics?
My face is out there.
Wait,
right?
so you wait.
Yeah, no, it's just feet.
I just feet. That's bangs,
It's
man.
feet.
So you would sell feet pics?
I don't know.
See,
would.
this is what I'm
I
saying.
would. My
This is what I'm
husband
saying.
is okay
Black
with
and
it.
white. The fact that she's thinking about that hard. You know how fast, if I knew that there was a chance I could make bank off of my feet, how fast I would throw them on the internet, especially if I don't have to give my face. Meanwhile, you're over there like, oh no.
Is this gonna get traced back to me anyhow, in any shape or form?
Yeah, there's no way that it can be traced back. See, I don't want to say yes because if I happen to do it,
See,
those are so
you live a simple life as far as that stuff goes, and that's fine. I'm not judging you off of that. I'm just explaining to the people who you are. Live your best life.
I am living my best life.
Okay, you're the one over here confused on if you want to put your feet out there or not. That doesn't sound like the best.
I'm not saying I'm confused. I'm just saying.
Wait, are you telling me that your feet are already out there, but you don't want to admit to anything right now because then people might start looking?
I don't know.
Sylvia, are you dressing your feet up in Hello Kitty outfits?
What are Hello Kitty outfits for your feet, though?
I don't know, but she likes Hello Kitty because most women like Hello Kitty, but she really likes Hello Kitty. So I could totally see, maybe not a Hello Kitty outfit, but I could see her getting like Hello Kitty nail polish on her toes.
Like little nail stickers?
Yeah, whatever they are. Just Hello Kitty right on your foot.
Little nail decal. Okay.
There you go. Just spread them.
See?
There you go.
Yeah.
Is that how you're really affording your life with all these feet pics?
I made $500 in an hour.
Do you need an assistant? I will be your social media manager. Okay? I will go through all of your feet pics. I will clean them up in Photoshop. Okay? I'll make sure all the right hashtags are on them. It'll be like It'll be a toenail, all to see. Look, we're already brainstorming. Okay.
We got 3 hashtags already now.
Perfect.
See, 500 an hour. You could give me 50 and like an hour, and then let's go. All right, 10%. That's basically management.
Yeah, there you go. Full time.
I bet there are people who make the $500 an hour. I bet there's somebody else.
And they're called incognito Hello Kitty Feet Girl 14 on.
That's your username.
Honestly, I was trying to think of how old Sylvia was, and I was like, there's just no 14 out there. Not that you're 14, but just it's a good number. That was one of those times I went a little too far.
A little bit.
All right, let's get off of feet, okay? I feel I've been standing all day. I don't want to talk about feet anymore, okay?
Okay.
Oh, I can think of now. Hello Kitty Feet Girl 14. Oh.
Someone's gonna take it now. We gotta figure out.
All right.
Yeah.
Question for you, Sylvia. When we were back in community college taking, what was it, our television class together, where we'd have to go to the studio twice a week. We'd have to leave. We'd have to go from campus and go to the television studio because that's where all the stuff was. Did you think that this is where our lives were going to end up?
No.
She said that so quick.
I know.
No. Nope.
No. Actually, I didn't know where. I mean, personally speaking, I didn't know where I would end up because I'm such a shy person. So I never thought, and I think I was working in radio at the time when we were at CSN. At community college. Where was I? Yeah,
I believe so. Because it was you. It was you and that other person who we used to talk to.
Yeah.
And then I joined, I don't know, probably midway through that semester. The next semester is when I joined over at that radio station.
But, I am such a shy person, so I never thought I would, be on air, do the interviews that I've done so far, been on video, in front of a camera. I never thought I would do that. So, no, in the sense that I didn't think I'd be here. But yeah, it's been a fun journey.
I didn't add anything to your headline.
Oh, motherfucker.
For anyone who's only listening to us on audio, I added, if you're looking for Sylvia's feet, at Hello Kitty Feet Girl 14 is up there now, so you can see it.
I bet somebody has it already.
Well, cool. They just got 3 more clicks. 2 of them are from my mom, so it's fine.
But no, that TV class was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. And the only thing I would say that kind of sucked about it in retrospect was that it was technology that at that point was pretty much going out. I remember they had us go upstairs to the videotape room where you would, in order to play tapes and stuff, you would actually have to turn a turnstile to get it to the right point, and then you hit stop. And right. And literally I would say a year to 2 years after we graduated from college, that stuff was gone. It was just completely antiquated. Not even we're phasing it. No, it was gone.
Yeah.
Right. And now fast forward another 10 years and we're able to do an entire show off my laptop like we're doing right now. So that would be the only thing that kind of sucks in retrospect about it, is that we were learning things. It was the same thing in my radio class where they wanted you to splice tape together.
Yeah. So there's this big reel and you had to take the tape and splice it, and then that's how you edited a promo or a commercial. But you don't do that anymore. Me and Ryan were already working at the radio station, so we're this doesn't exist. And I remember our teacher was what happens if the station goes out? There's a storm and it just goes out. I'm then we go on until what is it? Into auto.
No, you know what happens? Because this actually happened to me. Our tower went down one day. You know what happens? It's dead air, okay? Because there's no way to broadcast. That's what happens.
That's true. That's also true. But like,
and the other thing that's happening is the talent is yelling at the producer. Why the fuck aren't the techs on the mountain right now fixing everything? And I'm over here. Guys, I know that I've only had this job for 3 months, but like they really want to get back on the air. What can we do? Ryan, I'm on the fucking mountain right now. Just leave me alone. I'm like, well, he's on the mountain right now. Tell him to fix it. They really want you to fix it, guys. Okay? Ryan, leave me alone. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Are you having PTSD right now?
He is.
I had PTSD from the moment Sylvia came on the screen, okay? It's like a wave of emotions just washing over me.
We haven't seen each other in a minute. I think that's what it is. Oh, his mic went out.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Oh, we lost him. We lost your audio.
I hear you.
See, he just done messed you up. You're gone.
I've been watching your guys' YouTubes, and this has never happened. Only until I came on.
You know, Ryan has technical difficulties sometimes, and at one point I think I disappeared, but it's okay. You know what? We'll get through it. Well, while I'm here, okay. So Sylvia, you say you're like a shy girl. So how did you get to where you are? Like, you know, you never saw yourself like hosting a radio, show type thing. You're like, how am I here? What brought me to this position in my life?
It took me, I want to say about 2-3 years to really feel comfortable who I was. Oh, he's gone. To feel comfortable who I was on air and kind of just see like what kind of personality I wanted to be. And it took a few more years to be comfortable with just myself. And it was just a lot of practicing and recording on my a CD and hearing myself back, which is the worst thing ever. I hated doing that. You have to do that. You have to hear yourself and okay, I want to fix this. I'll keep that. And so it was a lot of practice, a lot of years, and eventually I think after about 14, 15 years, I finally feel comfortable with myself. It took a long time.
Yeah. I remember when I first started a podcast with Ryan, because this is our second one. I hated how I sound. Like, is that really how I sound? Like, I have to listen to this. And I was like, this is not fun. Like, no, I like it. Yeah.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
Okay. All right.
Wow, look at you. Hey.
Look, the Drizzle King always figures it out, okay?
Maybe that was the mistake that made you lose your mic, is putting on your crown. So
I'm trying.
It's a bad omen today.
My eyes into space after what you just said. There we go.
Look, all I know, this was a therapy session, and now what? Okay, what were you all talking about while I was gone?
Oh, Sylvia being a shy girl.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't want to get back into that. We'll be talking about feet again. And for anyone wondering, her @ symbol is still up there. Hello Kitty, feet girl 14. I can't. It's so small. I can't even read it anymore.
Oh my God.
I can read it.
Of course you can. Your iPad is basically a fucking Iron Man UI right now. Okay. Zooming in, zooming. You're like, Jarvis, close up. You go, there it is.
I don't know how this happened.
All right, Sylvia.
But you had PTSD. That's what we were talking about.
Yes, I had the PTSD. That's fine. We'll stop talking about the sad stuff. We'll talk about the happy stuff. What would you say is like your best moment in radio? Like, what's been the coolest thing that's happened to you?
There's been getting to announce news on stage prior to their show.
They're still alive?
Shut the fuck up. So getting to do that in front of a crowd, I was with my program director at the time. And then the most recent one was getting to introduce a band called Shinedown at MGM Grand. And that was the kind of first big venue that I ever introduced a band to by myself. So that was scary. but it was so much fun. And I got to meet the singer. I was a little bit sloshed, and he was very, very nice. I was drunk, dude. All right.
Look, no judgment. No judgment.
You're a little judgy.
No, it's you were drunk at work. I'm not judging you for that. It's fine. You live your best life.
I've been drunk in front of my general manager.
Who are you trying to defend yourself right now? No, what I will say, when I was at that cluster of stations, the rules on drinking at work were very fast and loose. There was one employee who was caught like physically passed out drunk in a company vehicle on at least 2 occasions, and they didn't fire him. Right, yes. So the rules back then, very fast and loose.
That guy, I loved him.
You did?
I mean, not like that, but like he was one of my favorites. Is that the one that we were thinking of?
The one who made T-shirts with his wife.
Maybe not.
He kind of looks like I do now. You know, long hair and a beard or a goatee, whichever.
Okay, no, we're not talking about the same guy.
Okay, I'm gonna text you so that you know who I'm talking about.
There's another guy who was like very hippie, and I think.
No, not Shane.
Well, no, his name was Shannon, right?
Shannon, yeah. Okay. No. He was awesome. He lived his best life regardless of what was going on around him. I have no issue saying his name on this show because he was one of my favorite people. He was so good at his job, they fired him 3 times and kept hiring him back.
Because he was that good.
Yeah.
That good. And he had such a good personality. He's so chill.
Yep.
Okay, man.
The only time that his chill personality would piss me off is when it was in conflict with what I was doing. And what I mean by that is we would have multiple remote setups going. And if you have 2 setups going with this was the oldest technology I have ever and will ever use, in which we would actually take a metal pole like my mic stand and jolt it up into the air, except a giant version of it, and it would create an antenna. And you would shoot that wave of electronic goodness to the antenna to pick it up for the radio station. If you had 2 of these going at the same time, it will create an effect that we would call the wah wah, because that's the sound you would hear in your headphones. It was like wah 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 wah. Right? And so this happened to me while we were both out at separate remotes one time, and I call him like, Shannon, what's going on? He's like, oh, you got the wah wah, man? Not now, Shannon.
That's how it was.
Oh, he's like, it's all good. The wah wah is fine. I'll talk to you later. Click.
That's how cool he was, and he was such a cool guy. I don't know where he's at. I don't know what he's doing now.
He's probably living on a fucking commune somewhere or in jail. Well, it's one of those 2.
Oh, no,
I was like, do we need Shannon on the show?
If you can find him.
The stories he would tell, probably.
Oh man.
Oh, those would be good stories.
Those would be good stories. But I mean, like, I've also been like interviewing a lot more, so that's been really cool. That's been kind of like my highlight recently of like getting to practice skills. And
where can people find these excellent Emmy award-winning interviews?
Emmy award-winning interviews at my Instagram at It's the Sylvia, which is here, right down, right down. Check those out. I post those, and yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm probably Instagram. You said.
Yeah.
I don't do the Instagram.
Okay, well.
Do you do TikToks?
No, I should do TikToks.
You should.
I should.
Before it shuts down.
Oh, yeah. Was it in January?
I don't know. So,
someday.
Yeah, it's weird because it shuts down unless they sell the company to an American company, which really just means they have to incorporate in America. We'll see. I think it's too big to actually go away. So
no, that's staying. But yeah, I've interviewed people from like Corey Taylor to the guys from POD.
I like how she said Corey Taylor like I was going to know who that is, and then said the guy from POD like I was going to know who that is. So, no, look, I know that I'm going to pretend to be British real quick. I know that I'm taking the piss, okay? But I'm not the demographic. Like, A, I don't listen to radio ever, and B, if I was listening to radio, it wouldn't be rock. So these bands sound familiar, but mostly because I worked at that radio station. Yeah. And so you might need to give me a little bit more than that guy from POD. Was he the lead singer? Was he the guitarist?
The whole group.
You said that I heard. Oh, you said the guys. Okay.
The guys from POD.
Oh. Well, all of your radio training really got you ready for your microphone. I was picking it up so easily, so.
Are you making fun of me?
No, I would never do that. I would never make fun of Hello Kitty Girl 14. I would never do that.
Bullshit.
That's hollowed ground right there. Okay, so
anyway,
let's do this then. What would if you could have any job in the industry that you wanted, what would it be and how would you execute that?
Like, we're not talking radio, right?
If you want it to be in radio, if not, tell me what your dream job is.
Honestly, I think right now, I've always wanted to be a singer. That's what I've always wanted to do.
That's right. For people who don't know, Judy included, Sylvia will every now and then you can catch her at an Aviators game singing the national anthem.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I'm going to be on August 15th. So there you go.
Don't be drunk like that chick at the All-Star Baseball home run thing, okay?
Here's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up because I saw the video and the first couple of notes, I was like, oh, she's not doing bad for being drunk.
Like the first couple of notes.
I'm like, no, you can't tell. Girl, you can't tell. And then as it started, like, continue, I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, poor thing.
No.
I mean, was she as bad as Fergie, though?
The exact quote tweets that I was seeing was, Fergie can finally rest, okay?
Oh, no.
Fergie can finally chill.
Damn. Is this because I'm old? I didn't know who she was.
I don't know who she was either, so that part doesn't matter. Like, we just know that she was drunk, and now she's in rehab.
Oh, good for her.
That's for her, but damn. That was quick, but
Hey,
well, I mean, when your job is singing and you can't do that without being drunk, like, your schedule seems to open up real quick.
Well, just so that we all can, she did pretty good for the first couple of notes. You couldn't tell.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that because I'm not a professional singer like the Sylvia is. So if she says it didn't sound bad for the first couple notes, we'll go with that.
Never too bad. But yeah, I think I've always wanted to be a singer. So I will say my dream job would be to be a singer.
Okay, and then when we say singer, what kind of music then would you want to sing? Like, would you be a rock star?
I'd be a rock star just like Fred Durst.
Just like that guy from POD.
Just like the guy from POD and Slipknot. I think it would be mostly Spanish. I would love to do mariachi.
Do you want to do a banda?
I don't know. I can't do that. I don't have the rhythm for it. I would do mariachi. That seems more my pace.
What's the difference between banda and mariachi?
Mariachi is more... Oh, God. Banda's a little bit faster.
Okay.
I would say. Banda's a little bit faster. Mariachi's more traditional.
To me, it's just a whole bunch of dudes wearing cowboy hats. So it's always the same. Because I don't understand what they're saying. Well, I'm talking to Judy right now. I saw that look on her face. I don't understand what they're saying, Judy. So to me, it's just like, But okay, I like that. So you would be a traditionalist version of what? Selena.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because she did mariachi for a while, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She did the traditional one before she crossed over.
Yeah. So I would do more of that.
Now, all I can imagine now is you in the back of like a really smoky club just doing mariachi music.
I will say I kind of did that when I was 20. I think I was like, actually, no, I think it was younger. I think it was like 17, 18. And do you remember it was it was a club, not club, but it was like a saloon in North Las Vegas.
Yeah, Fort Cheyenne, girl. We all know.
Cheyenne. Yeah.
Well, Ryan doesn't know.
No, I knew about Fort Cheyenne.
Okay. So
okay, there would be nights when you would just show up drunk at Fort Cheyenne because that's where everyone just happened to be going.
So Fort Cheyenne is where I performed, and there was this famous Mexican singer. Her name was Beatriz Adriana. And I was like the opening act to the opening act to the opening act to the opening act of Beatriz Adriana. So like I performed at like noon. And she performed at like 8, 7. So
honestly, the fact that it was 8, I thought you were gonna be like 11 midnight or something like that. Like, damn.
I don't think so. It wasn't that late. But yeah.
Well, you were a minor still, so they couldn't have you in the club too late.
I remember there was one guy who was like taking pictures of like the event, and then he came up to me and he was like, just wondering if I could just take some pictures of you. And I'm like, oh. And he goes, yeah, he's wearing a bikini. And I go, I'm 17. And he goes, and he's walking away.
He just starts taking pictures of your feet.
And he's like, in 20 years, these will be gold.
Exactly. In 20 years, I'll make $500 an hour, and I'll be able to pay Ryan a living wage off of my feet.
I will retire him.
Oh, please. If there's a God, have men buy pictures of Sylvia's feet, please. Oh.
Look, if we just combine mine, Sylvia, and EP's, look, you'll be golden.
Honestly,
you gotta manage all 3 of us.
I think we just came up with a really great idea.
Mm-hmm. See?
Okay, so I'm gonna start brainstorming this. We're gonna have a footduction meeting, like foot and production, footduction. We're gonna have one. Okay, it's a working title. We're gonna have a meeting. Okay, we'll have a meeting about this, and hopefully throughout this, one of us will be able to buy a house, maybe. So, Judy doesn't count because she lives in Texas. Yeah, but houses are affordable in Texas somehow. Probably because of all the different electric companies or something, but that's why. You've said that a million times that you would want to be a singer. For whatever reason, I keep forgetting that.
Because I never did anything with it.
Well, you like I said, you'll do a national anthem here. Here's a question. Why don't you just go out and sing? Like, go and be one of those people that just sets up a speaker in a Vons parking lot. What? I like how you guys are like making fun of me. Like, I don't constantly see a motherfucker on a violin outside of my grocery store.
No, you know what? You're right. I have seen them at my grocery store too.
You know what? I have no idea. I think I don't know. I couldn't answer that because I'm still asking myself that question.
Okay. Just me.
Yeah.
You start doing some YouTubes, get this.
Yeah, just sing on YouTube. I could honestly, for real, I could set you up with a channel. It's super easy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All we need to do is name it correctly, but I think we've got that figured out already with the Hello Kitty Feet Girl 14. I think that's the perfect name for your channel.
That's going to confuse people.
Yeah, but that confusion will bring them in.
What if I forget about the whole joke and I wear sandals?
Well, you got to be a fucking professional, Sylvia. I don't know what to tell you, okay? If you want dreams to happen, you got to work, okay?
Yeah, and then I make more money doing that. And I'm like, why do I have to sing?
Yeah, well, look, decisions are made. I don't know what to tell you, okay? Oh, fuck. I just realized I hadn't turned on the timer. And we've just been talking. How long has this show been going on for?
I think you started us at like 59.
Let's see, and of course I don't have a timer on mine.
Oh, so we're at an hour and 31 right now.
Okay, so we'll talk for like another 10 minutes. It's fine.
Really? It's been an hour and 10?
No, for the total show. We did half the show without you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then we had that middle section that I have to cut out where it'll be a blooper reel because you guys were just roasting me the whole time. God, your camera is so making me dizzy. Oh.
You're dramatic.
Is it really?
I'm not dramatic. It's like woo.
If anything, I've been seeing your guys' YouTubes, and you're so dramatic, Ryan. My God.
Wow. But at least you've been watching the YouTube, so thank you. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
well, you know what? Drama is art, and art is life, okay? So all you're saying is that I'm the spice of life, so thank you.
Unnecessary drama.
What unnecessary drama? Name one time that I unnecessarily was dramatic, other than this show.
You are going to pop a vessel, my friend, in your fucking neck.
Yeah, but that's going to happen just from being fat. So, like, at least I'll cause it. At least I'm the master of my fate.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, when Judy was telling you, like, why don't you get a diffuser for your hair, for your curls? And you're like,
yeah. Oh, excuse me for not liking Barbie culture where every woman in my life tells me how I should fucking style my hair, and it's counterintuitive to what I've actually said that I wanted my hair to look like.
Are you using the diffuser now?
No.
Oh.
Are you using the Debbie brush like I said?
I threw that phone in the trash, okay? I had to buy a new phone after you sent me that stupid video.
Riled up. There's no need.
Again, see, this is what happens. We gotta tone it back a little bit.
Like every episode, you go like,
oh, you'll enjoy this episode.
Oh no, I was actually pissed off at the very, very beginning.
Yes.
I would go into it, but it's a whole thing with,
it was a whole
just
thing.
Yeah. But yeah, if you I for a minute I think I was smelling toast at the end of that. Okay.
What if you smell toast? It's a seizure or
stroke.
Wow.
It's in your face goes.
So pissed off that you thought that you might have been smelling toast.
I didn't actually think I was smelling toast. It's a bit for the show. Come on.
I don't know. You gotta get that checked out, bro. That's not good.
This is why I have to pop blood vessels, because I say super funny, crazily original jokes, and then I just hear, oh man, you should probably go to a doctor.
I worry for your health.
Judy, come up with a question while I think of something witty to say.
We were supposed to do the "Am I overreacting?" You said
oh
you had
yeah, I don't know if she's gonna be into it though, because she's very black and white, like I said.
Wow.
Like I thought it was 50-50 before we had that conversation, and now I just feel, all right, fuck it, we're just gonna do it. Am I overreacting on an orgasm?
Okay.
Is he overreacting? He's been moping over and embarrassed that he doesn't make me orgasm, which he does, but it usually takes me longer. He says it's weird that it takes me so long. I tell him it usually does for women. Takes me around 10 to 25 minutes. He says he never had that problem before. Now he's all upset, moody. I tell him it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not like he's never not given me one. Still, he continues to be kind of sad / upset. Nothing I say makes it better. Now he gets upset at anything I say. I really love with 3 E's, him. And if it can happen, I would spend the rest of my life with him because he is the one. It doesn't really matter to me, but he keeps saying that in the future it will and can lead to cheating. What can I do or say? See, the zoom in on her camera right there was kind of perfect. Because she's like,
so perfect. It's like,
I feel like that's escalating things a little bit.
This is the simplest thing in the world, and the fact that you guys didn't have an automatic answer to it makes me kind of fear for women in general.
What do you mean?
Because, okay, so he can't get you off while having sex, like penetration sex. So, okay, so you just spice it up.
Wait,
you
who's overreacting, though? Is she's overreacting because...
No, is he overreacting because he can't get her off?
I kind of feel the guy is overreacting.
I feel like this is a bad relationship of communication. I feel like they are not communicating, and they need to do a better job of that. Because guess what? You know what? Not everybody can last. There's a fucking big variance between 10 and 25 minutes. Okay, first of all, like, how am I supposed to know if I need to stretch beforehand or not? Okay, so, but
a little energy drink beforehand.
But also, like, women are different. Like, if he's able to, like, get one girl off like that, and we're all different, man.
Yeah, look, sir, with your massive cock. Okay, yeah, I know that.
There's so many variants to this, like, his situation.
Look here, it's very simple how you fix this. This is very, very simple.
Oh, God.
You have a simple communication about how we can do other things in the bedroom, like foreplay. You know, maybe like, you know, he starts and then he pulls her off and then like he goes down on her for a little bit and then he like goes back to it. That'll give you like a 5-minute rest period too. You can revitalize during that time. Sometimes your muscles need to get the oxygen back in them so you can go. And then other times when you're having sex, people don't think about this too. Like, your body needs to loosen up. It's like working out. It needs to loosen up. So sometimes you get in there and you're like, yeah, but then you gas out. You're gassed out after 6 minutes and you don't have anything to do. So then...
Switch positions.
No, you don't switch positions. You're gassed already, okay? You got to switch modes. No, not gas like you shot your load, but like gas like your body is shut down.
Like...
Right?
Tired.
So, yeah, you're tired. So you got to do something that'll give your body some time. So you know what? Like I said, you can go down on them. You can bring some toys into the room. Maybe if you're into it, you get another party, right? Have a little Eiffel Tower action, right?
Yeah, or like you watch the porn or something.
No, because the porn you can't do the porn as something to rest because it just makes you want to do what they're doing.
No, I meant like foreplay and stuff.
So you just sit there watching porn and not touching each other for foreplay?
Oh
my God! Hold on. So back to this situation, right? She mentioned that he used to get her off, but now
that he has in the past.
Other women.
Oh.
Yeah, like.
So then, how often did he with his current girl? Then we don't know.
But it doesn't matter with the old girl. It doesn't matter how much he gets her. No, I'm saying with the current one, he does. Let's say, it has happened. Look, I'm working off the same information that you are. So let's just say, out of 10 times that they have sex, he gets her to the finish 1 time out of 10.
Oh,
so
right.
He's all butthurt because of that.
Well, no, he's butthurt, but he's also scared because at the very end of it, he said that kind of stuff leads to cheating. And I do agree with him, regardless of how she feels about it. If he's never able to get her there, or on average not able to get her there, there is going to be at some point a moment where like she's pissed off at him, or she's pissed off. She's out with the girls and she sees a fucking, a guy who was a star of a Blacked movie, and she's just like, you know what? Fuck him. And then stuff happens. But see, Sylvia doesn't watch porn, so she doesn't know what Blacked is. See,
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Sylvia. You don't need to know.
I need to know now.
I mean, what do you? It's not really hard to figure out. It's called Blacked.
It's a category, or is it a category, or is it?
It's the name of a series.
A series? Is that what you call it? A series?
Well, you go on the website.
It's a channel.
Yeah, it's a channel that has all of its videos. And in this world of videos, it's very large African American males and very tiny white women. Okay. Oh.
He's like, okay, we get.
Right.
So.
No, I agree with Ryan. It should be a lot of communication.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And honestly, that's how you really. Look, guys, I'm gonna give you a little advice right here. That's how you really endear yourselves to them. I have seen so many women who love their man for no other reason than he gives her the alphabet with his tongue twice a week. Okay, you give her the alphabet like 4 or 5 times in a row, she's gonna be so happy. You have to do tongue calisthenics to get, your tongue, have enough stamina, because it be getting tired. But
I can't imagine. Got a cramp.
That's how I can't imagine.
My jaw.
It gets tired, guys, okay?
Hold on, babe.
Got a massage a little bit.
Wait, so you're telling me that when you guys have gone down on other gentlemen or the men that you're with now because you've never been with anyone else, your jaw doesn't get tired?
I'm not saying it doesn't.
Yeah, we're not saying it.
So why are you so surprised?
We're not surprised. It's funny.
Yeah, the way you were just saying. I mean,
Yeah. Stop
Oh, okay. Well, now you guys know how it feels to have your joke ruined. Whatever.
My jaw. Ow.
Ow, my jaw. Ow. Although what I would say is that I don't know. I feel like I guess it would depend on the guy. I'm feeling like the type of jaw tightening would be a different sensation. And I say that because like when you're given a beach, like you're like, right? And you're trying to make your mouth as stretched out as possible, most likely, so that you don't get teeth on it or anything. But meanwhile, when you're going down on a lady, it's just like the actual use of the jaw muscles. But you know what? It's been like 8 years since I've sucked a dick, so I really don't know. I really don't remember much about it at this point.
8 years, all right.
I don't know, maybe 10. I don't know. The mid 2000s were wild, man. The economy was like somewhat okay, so.
No, you said the economy wasn't good mid 2000.
No, America has sucked. Okay, the entire America has sucked since what was it? When did Hooters go out of business? 06? Ever since Hooters Airlines went out of business.
No.
Did you see my expose on how America has been terrible the last 20 years?
No.
Oh, come on. See, you see all these things about me popping blood vessels. You can't even, I'm doing like real Emmy award winning stuff here and you're not looking at it. That's not fair. It's not fair to me.
Honey, I am catching up on all of the videos that I can.
We post a lot of videos.
I know.
You post a lot on YouTube, so.
Okay, I post a lot, but it's just clips of the big show. If you just watch the one big show, you'll be fine.
I do in the mornings. I just didn't see that.
Honestly, appreciate you watching it all. Like, I really just come to the point where I just think that it's me and my mom watching all these videos.
You think that I'm just liking just to like? No, no.
I didn't know. It doesn't tell me Hello Kitty Feet Girl 14 is liking the video. It just...
God, that name just got like that. No. That has to be like your TikTok name at this point.
Please, please. I'm gonna go see if I can change my TikTok name to Hello Kitty Feet Girl 14.
Please do it. So I can just start tagging you.
Someone has it already. What if someone already has it?
Then I'll be Hello Kitty Feet Girl 15 or whatever number I need to be. Okay. And I like how she said, what if somebody has it? She knows she has it already. She knows that I'm not going to be able to find it because it's all of her ats for the anonymous Sylvia feet pics.
You don't know that.
You're right. I don't know that.
I don't know that. I watched, no, you don't. I watched the YouTube video. So there you go.
No, seriously. I honestly, it's not that I didn't think that you wouldn't want to support me, but I just don't. Look, I have a very low self-esteem about myself and this stuff. I never think that anyone actually yeah, I know. I'm a sad person. Why do you think I have to yell so much? I never actually think people think that I'm funny. And I think that most of the time people are just saying it to be nice to me. And so the fact that you do that, like, honestly, Sylvia, thank you so much. Like, even if you only watched a video, I would still be so grateful to you for that. So,
I hope you do.
I know that I give you a lot of shit, like you're my little sister, but I do appreciate that. So
yeah, I hope you feel like an asshole now.
You know what? I did until you said that. So thank you for taking me out of it. Okay, that's all I needed. I'm good now. I tried to be nice, and you rebuked my niceness with bitchiness. So we're good now.
Because it doesn't feel right.
All right. Last question. This is such a morning radio show topic, but since we're talking about who's your favorite online creator?
Online creator? I don't think I have one, to be honest.
Oh my God, it's a conversation with Judy and Ryan at TABPOD. That's so amazing. Thank you so much, Sylvia. That was so sweet of you. All right, that'll do it for this week. We're out of time. Where's the... Oh, there's the gong. The gong says it's time to go.
Right.
She's like,
if you ever think of who your favorite creator is, just post it, at Hello Kitty Feet Girl 14. No,
that
for real.
name is not taken, FYI.
No, seriously.
He didn't know what to do with himself for a second.
He really did. He's like, let me get on this right now.
I'm going to go create a new email just to get this thing.
Oh, you're joking.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my God. No, seriously though, Sylvia, thank you so much for coming on the show this week. I do think that there is a trend going on in my life where I'll tell people that I'm doing this podcast, and then they'll wait like 6 to 8 months to see if I'm still doing it. And at that point, they kind of bully me into coming on the show because kind of, you did the same thing that my brother did, where just out of nowhere, it wasn't natural in like conversation or anything. It's just out of nowhere, like, when are we going to be on the show? I'm like,
no, I didn't mean it like that, because we hadn't talked in a while, and I think last year you had said something about me coming on to the show.
Well, I mean, look, I'll put it this way. You have an open invite. As long as we get this microphone thing fixed, you have an open invite to the show. And I say that because, not to make you jealous or anything, Judy, okay? Oh. But when I was a young, bushy-tailed, bright-eyed up-and-comer in the radio business, I always thought that I would somehow figure out a way to do a morning show with Sylvia. She always seemed like one of the funniest people to be around. We always got along with we always just got each other, right? And I feel like that is 80% of what a good show is just the two people who do it being able to get each other.
Having genuine chemistry is really, really important. Yeah. And having each other back.
It's what this show is, in which I just yell at Judy and she just takes it for 90 minutes a week. So,
Oh. That's I guess for being. I was gonna say, that's what you get.
That's what they give me. What?
Jerk.
Also, I figured out why I went off the air earlier when I was trying to find the Lord Drizzle Drizzle King sound. I turned off my master output. So. You live and you learn.
Good job.
All right, guys. Like I said, that will do it for this week. Thank you, as always, for listening to the show. We do appreciate it. If I give you shit about not listening to it enough, regardless of who you are, just know that I'm insecure. And that's why I do it, because I have a very low self-esteem. And you watching and liking, you would think it makes me feel better, but it's not enough. So do it more, damn it. All right. Like I said, no. I always have to take it just that little bit too far. Okay, that will do it for this week. We will be, Judy, are we back next week? You got more vacations.
I think we should be back on our regularly
Regularly scheduled program. It's okay. You see how when you mess something up, I just fill in the blank for you, and when I mess something up, you fucking stomp all over me. It's fine.
No, you don't.
It's funny though. All right, guys. All right. No more tangents. I'm sorry. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Say goodbye, Sylvia. No, they can't. For the audio people, can't see you.
Oh, bye.
Also, your hands are blurry, so.
Oh, yeah, they are.